Sup gamers, welcome back to some more regularly scheduled Legends of Runeterra content. Today, we are playing some Nora Gnar Broadmane. Now this list is not an archetype that we're all too unfamiliar with. We did see the Annie Caitlyn Broadmane in the last patch have some level of efficacy, with its worst matchups specifically being those set karma kind of lists, which, as I just looked at some stats a second ago, set karma is the most popular deck in the meta right now, followed by Fizz Samira, so that might be a little bit rough depending on how we run into things here. But the reason why this deck is now prevailing over top of the Caitlyn Annie decks, simply put, Caitlyn Annie Broadmane requires a few too many pieces to set up, and also it had two of its most impactful cards nerfed pretty heavily. First you had Caustic Rift, which was buffed by 1 mana, and then Drum Solo's flow effect was reduced by 1 mana for each card. So, I mean, Drum Solo was a very strong card before. I think it's still a good card, but I don't think that if you want to have this if you don't want to have it be a meta-defining deck that is then going on to ladder and winning you tournaments and bringing out that level of consistency, you typically don't want to bring about the you don't want to typically bring about those ones that have all of that kind of setup, because you'll get run over by Demacia and you'll get crushed by set karma, so it doesn't really work out either way. Anyway, the reason why Nora works specifically with this list more is because Lord Broadmane likes having extra skills that can do ping damage. What do we have inside of Bandle City, everyone? Ping damage, group shot, and pie toss. You have Conchologist that can also generate more pie tosses and group shots. You can have, we have Scorched Earth in here too, in case we need to really kill something that has been damaged. Now, of course, we're missing out on the Flash Bomb Peddler specifically. That is a card that doesn't damage units for free for us anymore in this list specifically. But that being said, I still feel like in terms of having a lot of ping spells, this deck is so effective, and Portapalooza is the next best draw card after Drum Solo was nerfed. So it's kind of like taking the place of that card. Another thing we're running at the top is Captain Farron, in case there's something that if we can't finish the game, we drop an 8 mana 8/8 that creates 2 Decimates in hand. This is still able to be generated even though Decimate was rotated out. And so what we're trying to do is swarm the board a little bit with that good old Nora swarm, with a good old Bandle City swarm. We ping our opponent to death and then drop a late game bomb on them if they're not dead already. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to share about this video. I know this is pretty similar to the deck that I used to get to Masters the first time, and honestly, I'm just hoping that we can string some wins together to get me into Diamond this season and hopefully continue my Masters bid in the near future. So that's all I got. We'll just follow us up with some gameplay now. Okay, match number 1 is against the Tristana Kennen variant. Some people have been running Tristana Teemo Kennen, some people have been running Tristana Gnar. But basically, this is a deck that wants to run with a champion strength. And so what I think I should look for, I kind of like this hand already at the start. I can trade my units down pretty effectively. My opponent doesn't want to trade their units down, because if they don't have a board, they don't have a good champion strength. It's just as simple as that. And so I want to have these early cards that give me value and all that sort of thing. Unfortunately, Kennen on 1 does kind of suck. We do have Pie Toss to kill him with. I think I might honestly cash this in now. Might as well. We'll still get the Perilous Pastry to use later on, which is nice. And we get to remove a Kennen, so they don't have that champion available for them anymore. Now, I know that Kennen's being played mostly for the multi-region capacity, but I think being able to kill him on 1 there is very, very effective, and my opponent shouldn't have an efficient way of dealing with this with only 2 mana. So this should be a nice little ping for us here. The Demacia version tries to be a little more unit heavy overall. I'm not entirely surprised if we do manage to win things out this way. What I do want to look for eventually is Lord Broadmane. I think Lord Broadmane's going to be the thing that's going to clinch it for us, because our opponent, I don't believe runs a bunch of interaction on the board. If they pass, I'll take the pass back. And they are considering it. They're like, what if I just open pass here? But the thing is, they burn mana if they do. Bandle Painter discards Wandering Shepherd. Not too big a problem for me. I'm just going to play Junk Construct in this scenario. Because sure, I don't get an even trade onto Bandle Painter, but it also is open to a 1 damage ping for later, depending on what multi-region follower they've created. But they'd have to hit a 1 mana follower to play it now. And I don't think that's going to happen. So I will block gladly. I'm down to 1 HP, means that I'm always just kind of... always going to be available to kill them in the future, if need be. We get the portal shuffled as well, which is nice. Does my opponent run single combat? I kind of want to figure that out real quick. Hold on. I'm going to look. I'm going to look over here. Okay, not Nar. Where is Tristana? With Demacia. What do you usually run? Okay, so yeah, I was right. They usually don't run interaction. They run Group Shot, Form Up, and Buster Shot as their primary ways of dealing with things here. I think I'm just going to attack pass. We're getting 3 portals shuffled in. They don't have the interaction. They are very, very unit heavy from the list that I'm looking at. It's probably not an exact list, but this is the list that sees the most play overall. A lot of Bandle City lists, or units. Woof. No challenger things, though. I'm surprised they're not running Laurent Protégé. You would think that might help them. Maybe they don't need it, though. Yeah, they probably don't need it. They want to have as many multi-region units in here as possible. Actually, I'm looking at all of their units that they have in this deck. And, like, every single one aside from Bandle Commando and Bandle City Mare are multi-region units in some capacity. You know, play Contralogist. Lightning Rush is great, actually. I do like Lightning Rush quite a bit. Another Group Shot is pretty funny. We might honestly have a decent Group Shot next turn off the back of our portals coming in. Because we've gone a draw without pulling a portal from the top, because it's only top 4 cards of the deck. So we've gone 1 turn, 2 turns actually without drawing a portal. If we go 3, I don't think that's possible unless they're all on the 4th card. At which point it's like good for my defense, for my attack. Not so great for my defenses though. My opponent probably does have Buster Shot. That's what they're considering. But it is 4 mana right now. Oh, it's 2 mana. Oh, it's already 2 mana. Okay. Fair enough. That's fine. I think we got the value we wanted out of Nora there. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're actually getting scarily close to the champion strength turn. Funny enough, it'll be here pretty soon. There's 2 units. We get the Rune Squire. Ooh. Oh, and Flash Bomb Peddler. Hello? Yo, I was just talking about this in the pregame. Like, hey, it might not be so good if we don't have, the whatever have you. We didn't get the buffing fragment, though. I might need to just Pirouette stun this. Pirouette stun. Like so. I think that works out pretty well. Do a little damage ping. This also discounts this Pirouette in case I want to use it on, say, like the Wandering Shepherd into another unit here. That doesn't do anything. So I'm going to respond with a Bandle City Mare. And we take the... Ooh, these are all really good options, actually. I think Bandle Painter?
Hello over there. Does my official hat look okay?
A perfect composition. The mare's last stand.
Yeah, I think this is right. Because if I take Bandle Painter, I can discard the Keen Blade Fragment, and we also have Group Shot activated right now. So I don't even need to trade Most of these units off here. I could group shot here onto the Piltover Castaway. But I will safety block.
Persistence is key.
I mean, just in case something happens here. Oh, form up's a problem, though, hey. Form up is indeed a problem. I'm going to try and kill this. And I'm going to make them make the decision between trading off the Rune Squire or pushing for more damage here. I think this is the right call. Because of form up. They have 3 mana. Form up's a 2 mana card. So do they save the Piltover Castaway? Do they save the Grandfather Fae? Do they push for more damage to face? A lot of options for our opponent here. All of them are, you know, varying levels of mediocre. I think that this is possibly the worst one, because I still trade the unit, I kill your Grandfather Fae, and I win. I win off of that. Well, I don't actually win, but... Bandle Painter. Discard a card.
Or you capture the mustache's grandeur.
It'll be
Oh my gosh, and we hit Combat Cook. That is so good. Combat Cook is not a card that we usually run in this deck. It's actually going to be one that's in their deck. More often than not. Running low on value, though. Have not found any draw cards. We only have 1 portal left in the deck, which I'm going to predict we hit the next turn. Opponent's thinking a lot for 0 mana. They're also really low on cards, though. They don't have any way of playing Hungry Owlcat or anything else right now. Yeah, that works. We end round. I still think that my opponent should have saved the Hungry Owlcat there. Maybe they just didn't want me to have all of the value on my cards there. Don't have the mana for any extra damage here either. Pana Pain or Upcycled Rake? What's better here? I think Rake is better.
A good bite's the spice of life.
Rake going on to any other unit right now feels pretty good overall. Hello, Tristana.
Tristana, and I take point.
Yeah, that's great, Tristana.
Locked, loaded.
Can you block this super? Yeah, we just swing with this. I'm okay with trading this Bandle Painter off. We get the Sandborn Amulet off of it. We still have the our Bandle Painter with which to block it. But if they block here into a group shot? I could punish this with my own Pie Toss right now. That might be better. Because then I just get this unit for free anyway. Well, free, in quote marks. But I get this unit. I don't lose mine. And then what I can do is I can ping Tristana with one of my Perilous Pastries. Ah, sure. Yeah. No, I mean, they see the Perilous Pastry in my hand. I'm just going to swing for 4. And they don't have mana for Champion Strength next turn, which I'm betting is the last card in their hand right now. Which makes me think if I should run another copy of the Puzzling Signposts right now. Just to deny these Champion Strength decks, because they are quite frequent. They are one of the more popular decks. This Kennen Tristana variant does not have a very high sample size, but it does have a 59% win rate, which is it's pretty up there. So my opponent has to either block the 4 damage or let me block with the 4 damage, and I still ping anyway. Honestly, I think I'm in a much better position than they are right at this moment. Didn't pass makes me think that they might have disconnected. But at any rate, they don't have a whole lot of mana to work with right now. I can also kill this Hungry Owlcat if it comes down, which is most likely. Because it'll get impact and all these sorts of things. I'm surprised you don't develop Hungry Owlcat here. I'm very, very surprised by that fact. But that's okay. We're doing fine. Opponent's taking a little while to think of something here. Could still play the Hungry Owlcat if you wanted to. And all end round. Gladly. Now, what do you do? Oh, Navori Conspirator. Hello there. We commit this attack. Just get the scout attack in. It's for the value. They'd also, because they didn't play Hungry Owlcat, now they can't block this. They have to block it with the Bandle Painter if they want to. Opponent might also have Disconnected still. I'm not entirely certain. Nope, they're here. They let me get that paying off. Now the question is, do they have the Champion's Strength? They do not. So they play the Combat Cook, meaning that they no longer have that card available to them. What do you get here? Pot of Pain. Okay. I am going to go with Perilous Pastry and Disintegrate here. Because this buffs this to then forward to then have an extra ping for Perilous Pastry to then give Flash Bomb Peddler more Flash Bombs in the deck. I can remove Tristana. Pretty nice. This deck doesn't typically run any other rally spells. I think is Relentless. I need to stop making assertions. I also need to have that website open because this was something that I was like that frequently happened in my last video. Where I was like, was this in the did we rotate this card? I don't remember. Now obviously they don't want to block a lot of this because they have the Champion Strength in hand. I have the Perilous Pastry right now. So this block is only for the sake of removing their units. So right now I'm betting that they have this play into double Owlcat into the Champion Strike next turn. This hits. This hit goes through, and then I can play Perilous Pastry onto this to prevent follow-up damage. If they have form up, or like get a form up out of hand. But I mean, like this card has been sitting dead for quite some time now. So I think we're quite okay. We have 6 Splash Bombs in the deck, but in return for what they have on board right now, we have blockers, we have all of these stun and ping spells available. So even though this is big, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Hit one of these. Oh, huge. Big one, might say. Scorched Earth is also a massive find. Still no Champion Strength. I'm playing around it all game. And there is just, I'm just not being given these gifts of power. That does complicate things a little bit. Because as it stands, my deck does not... Oh, that's so much mana to burn. I shouldn't have passed. I shouldn't have passed. That was a misplay, passing there. Because now they just get to attack. But they are considering giving the pass back. The longer that my board stays the way that it does, the better for me. So the last card was Bandle Painter. Very interesting. They have mana for this still. I might Pirouette to stun Bandle Painter. No, I'll Pirouette to stun Combat Cook. Because I have Scorched Earth still. Boom, boom. Stun here. Just get more cards shuffled into the deck. Because we know this is a unit. And it has to be something that was reduced the cost by 1, so it can't be a higher than a 3-cost multi-region unit. And as far as I know, there's not a whole lot of those that do tons of damage for me here. Wandering Shepherd is... It is a card, right?
No, but I did pick up some delightful mushrooms from the Bandlewood.
But it is a card that I just kind of don't care about. I'm going to remove it. Just because I can. Get more of the Splash Bombs shuffled in. And I don't want to block with the Elusive, because I get double Elusive hits next turn. So that's pretty good. They're out of mana right now, so they can't replay the Sandworn Amulet. Block here. We'll play Scorched Earth here. They have only the Sandworn Amulet in hand. We trade here. It's pretty good. Remove that guy. Panapane's in hand. Scout now goes on to the elusive unit, the Navori Conspirator. And we end round. And I have Perilous Pastry for a little extra damage to face here. In case I need it. Oh, and there's Gnar? Oh boy. Oh boy. We commit the elusive Scout attack. Because that was a combo that everyone kind of dreaded back in the day. Don't I just win? I have Gnar. Sandworn Amulet. I don't think my opponent has anything. If I'm reading this correctly. Yeah. Alright, cool. We just win. If it's not Scout, it's Scout and Elusive, baby. Pretty good RNG. We win. Next match. Oh, okay. Match number 3, Bard Nora. So this is a war of attrition. A war of stats, but I think I'm going to be okay dealing with stats, specifically because of Disintegrate, Lord Broadmane, all the ping spells we have. We even have Scorched Earth in this stack. So, I don't think this is a problem. Opponent might have something on too. But what if I have something in my town? Oh, no. I really wanted to just remove that immediately. Do I remove that immediately? I think I don't. I think I'll remove it next turn. Because, you know, the 0 attack. You got me there. You got me shaking in my boots. Oh. We can play second Junk Construct here. Now, if they have Nora, that is a problem. Nope, it's Junk Construct on Junk Construct violence. Yo, you want to trade constructs? Ooh. The funny thing is that if they kill one of my constructs, it goes down to a 3-1, then it gets buffed up to a 4-2, which then trades into this, and I still get my 2 portals off, and they don't get their portal off in return. I think that this is a very, very worthwhile trade for me. Because now, while this attacks, it doesn't do a damn thing, Bobby. Mystic Vortex is also played. They have 2 chimes in hand, if I remember correctly. Just play Gnar, because, you know, big unit. We block like this. I get my second portal into the deck. Now they still only have Esmus on board, but could potentially have big unit. Hello, Contrologist. How are you doing? No, I was not Nara Broadmaning at illegal speeds last game. Don't check the VOD. You have no proof. Still have 2 chimes in the hand, but might be worried about removal for me? Oh, well, I don't really care about that getting removed. Do I? If I do this, then I lose the group shot. I think it's honestly better to lose the group shot, because this gives me Pie Toss into Perilous Pastry, which is more valuable than group shot. Because Perilous Pastry can hit face, or it can hit basically anything, right? And I can still pair it with a Disintegrate to remove their units very effectively. We get our portal. We got June the Prodigy. First time equipped, give me Baron lifesteal this round. 3 chimes in hand. Always a good idea to be counting your opponent's chimes, because, you know, it's kind of dangerous when those units get all kind of big. This is a Cosmic Binding. Not at all surprising. I'm surprised that they do go for this option here, though. Taking the Gnar down to 1 HP instead of the June. Because I generate Pokestick off of this, which can be paired into a lot of scary things in my deck. We're going to play Bandle City Mayor. Into... Wow. Okay. We have options here. I like Grandfather Fay because it gives us the same kind of, like, multi-region nonsense for this. And also gives our Nara a pretty good progression here. The Nara level up. Nara can get removed by a second Cosmic Binding, I suppose. But Cosmic Binding is not something we exactly care about right now. That makes it 6 chimes in hand. Good grief. Hired gun. Already has vulnerable, though, so doesn't change a whole lot. But this is the Broadmane churn. This deck does not run the interaction necessary to deal with my hand right now. Yeah, even with Bard, it actually just does not matter. We just play Broadmane, and then we have Pokestick staring them in the face. Like, this attack does quite literally nothing. We are doing pretty well. Proximity Puff Cap is kind of whatever. We're just going to hit this. Boop. Hit Bard before he can attack and get those chimes shuffled into the deck. And before he can get the buff of stats on Esmus. Because I was obviously never blocking with Gnar there. I think it was better for my opponent to go for the attack, since the attack would have made it so that they buff the Bard, get the chime shuffled into the deck, and then Proximity Puff Cap anyway. Maybe I block with June the Prodigy. Maybe. But, kind of tend to doubt it. Anyway. Big swing. I am going to try to kill this by going here. This obviously blocks June the Prodigy, so this is never going to be lethal right away. But a lot of value is found this day. And we still have Portalpalooza available in hand now. Ooh, Living Library. There is something in their hand that is getting buffed to oblivion, and I don't know what it is. We could Perilous Pastry that, and then have the Pie Toss available for next turn if need be. Okay. Nah. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna burn some mana here, unfortunately. Another Esmus. Ah. So I was right. We're just gonna Perilous Pastry that. So that's 3 chimes. They still have 3 left in hand, to my knowledge. Going to end round here? No, I have to Pie Toss, because they're going to open attack and hit me for 8, and I don't want that. Hit this. And then, now that we have Perilous Pastry again, I Perilous Pastry whatever unit they drop next that has a lot of stats, and then kill it with Scorched Earth. So it's not like we're really too far behind, especially thanks to Lord Broadmane. Lord Broadmane, my beloved. That doesn't change a whole lot either. So I think we're quite okay here. Is that +2/+2? That is pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. I could also ping it and block it with the Hungry Owlcat. I don't think I really care about Living Library as it is. So we're going to do this. They're going to be like, oh, finally, they're out of pings. But unfortunately, they don't know what deck they're playing against. You know, yeah, Proximity Puff Cap, sure. You get rid of 1, but that's also 2 cards for 1. And then we can Lord Broadmane. Oh. Well, that's kind of annoying. Lord Broadmane here. And then we still have Pie Toss into Disintegrate to kill whatever unit's next. We don't even need to now that they have this out on board. It's another +2, so I think they're down to 1 chime left in hand if they have anything left. Yeah. No, that's fine. You know what I am gonna do, though? Because I want to remove these units. I should have removed this attack. Do they have portals? Do they have portals? They block So blocks, hits for 5, 8. If there is a... Ooh, if there's, Yeah, I have to remove this unit. And the reason is that if these two block these two here, that takes 7 damage out of my attack. That's 5 is 8 damage to face. If they have a second Cosmic Binding, then that removes the unit and stuns, so that takes 4 more damage out of my attack, and then I only hit them for 4 instead of for lethal. So this open attack here is exactly what I need to guarantee lethal against that matchup. And we get another victory, baby! Surprisingly, Bandle City with Noxus, still a good region combo? Gosh, who would have known? Although it's more of a control shell now, it's not as much an aggro deck. Whatever. Ooh, Aurelian Soul Shyvana playing against some dragon gamers in Diamond. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, when I first started playing this game, way back in the day of, like, end of 2021, I think is when I started playing Legends of Runeterra. Actually, when the game first came out, I played it. And then I stopped playing it, because I was like, oh, this elusive keyword just does too much, and I don't really care about it. I should have full mold this hand, by the way. Trying to look for good old, who's what's it? I'm gonna play Nora. Look for Broadmane, because I think Broadmane is a lot of what... Oh, hello there. I still want my portal. I know that this heals Nexus 1 and all, but it's a great anti-aggro tool. Yep, win round. But look for champions, look for Lord Broadmane. I was kind of defaulting on that one. Wow, 2 Cosmic Younglings. Your mom allowed you to have 2? I can remove one right now, and I think I will. Blocks, and drop the bomb. Maybe I can get a buff out of him. Woo. Drop the bomb. Does kind of trade 2 cards for 1 here. Anyway, what I was going to say is that, wow, Pale Cascade is... I don't think that's worth it, because this is not an aggro deck, but you know what, you do you, Home Slice. We end round. Keep getting distracted. Anyway, what my deck tends to do here, we're just gonna swing with everything. Or what I liked about this deck was just dragons are cool. That was the whole reason why I started playing Legends of Runeterra. Was like, oh yeah, dragons are pretty freaking amazing. They're really cool units and all. And that's just kind of something I've stuck with ever since. The first time that I actually got Diamond in this game, I was playing dragons. Actually, no, first time I got Plat in this game, I was playing dragons, and then I eventually shifted over to playing Ziggs Talia, which was my favorite deck until they removed it from Standard. I'm not crying. Ugh. Don't worry about... Whoa, Vora is a... Wow. That is a hit and a half. Oh my stars. Wow. Look at me go. Anyway. I shifted focuses onto playing more of those other kinds of decks. Those decks that are more combo focused and everything. And then I found out that I really like Bandle City, which makes me a total piece of crap. Total piece of work. But it's still pretty funny. It's still a fun yum time, as they say. What was that from? Oh, that's from the Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
I serve my people.
Funny fun yum time. We get a portal. Oh, we got Bitsy Lizard? Are you kidding me? This is hilarious. Because then it turns into Lava Lizard. And Lava Lizard is a 3/4 with impact. It's a big unit. Oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. That we actually managed to get... What the heck? What are the odds of that? Alright, well, sick. Oh, cool. What do I get? Grumble Slug. Not what I'm looking for. And I am going to play Broadmane to kill probably Shyvana. We're 4 out of 6. I need to think about a couple of things here. So we hit that, stun, don't have Disintegrate available. I need to know what to hit and what to ping with my spells right now. So I think I hit Shyvana with Lord Broadmane. Right. This becomes a 3/6. This is damaged, so I get to kill it with group shot if I need to. I just don't want their dragons going as wide as possible. Hit that there. And then, because that gets Fury. That goes there. Pulls. Both of my champions. And then we group shot Wallop. Right? Because if they're not attacking with Shyvana, it makes me think that they don't have a buff available. If I'm reading this correctly. And if they do heal Screeching Dragon, I have Pie Toss, which then still kills it. Yep, Guiding Touch. Okay, very cool. Pie Toss is a ridiculously good card. Oh my gosh. They really remove Pokestick to create Pokestick again. Grumble Slug is necessary to play on top of Vora. Vora only summons a Husk. I need it specifically to protect Nora here. It's all the Cosmic Younglings, though. This is just a war of attrition at this point. And now, for my next trick, I will play Attentive Accountant. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's hit with Nora. Let's play... Well, okay, let's first start with Perilous Pastry here. And shoot Shyvana in the face. Like the dumb dragon she is. I don't actually feel that way about Shyvana. I really like Shyvana in this game. And I really like her in League, too. She's a lot of fun in League. Anyway, Attentive Accountant. On board to level the Nora.
Portals up and down and all around.
Okay. We're doing fine. We're navigating this well. The thing is that these Cosmic Younglings are healing them for 3 HP every single round. So it's kind of obnoxious, but we're going to swing here. We're going to level Gnar again. I don't want to get their Eclipse Dragon all that big anymore. Bonk, bonk. They still heal the full here, which might not be good because they can definitely work their way up to a... Well, let's play Conch. Nah, I don't want to play Conch. I end round. This is fine. I flip Gnar again. Flip Gnar back again, I should say. And we can kill Aurelian's Soul now, which is cool.
The heavens diminish without my attention.
Without my attention, the heavens diminish. We play this. Pie Toss. Remove that spell shield. Perilous Pastry. Kill this Aurelian Soul. Bop, bop, drop the bomb. Bop, bop, drop the bomb. I pull that out of the portal, baby. Get that Aurelian Soul shit out of here. Surely they don't have more pigs. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Oh, man, oh, man. They really don't want to give me this Junk Construct portal. And honestly, it's been working more to their detriment than anything. Or to their detriment more than anything, I should say. That's the correct sentence structure for that. Anyway, we'll give you the Fury proc. I guess you can have one Fury proc. I could even Disintegrate this right now. But I don't want to be giving away the cards that I have just yet. Because, you know, I don't want to do that yet. I just don't want to give away the rest of my hand at the moment. Get that portal in there. Get those 4 to 6 mana, or 4 to 7 cost follower portals in there. Then we play Conchologist. Oh man, what if I have another damage ping? Anyway, Conchologist here. Alright, well, Behold the Infinite might get something scary for them too. But we have Disintegrate with which to block things that I don't really like. I want to kill this. Goodbye. Hit that off my board, please. And I say my board because it is my board. I'm not really ahead of this game. I had to burn a lot these last couple of turns to remove the units that they had on board. So, for me to be in the position that I am now is not... Oh my god. Okay. Well. Oh. Okay. Alright. You know what? Understandable. I still have cards in hand available for this. That's a really good hit off of the... what's he calls it? Off of the Behold the Infinite. Disintegrate. Commit this block. Boom. Kill more units. Then we play Submersible. We draw a card. We draw the Bandle City Mirror, which is nice. We play down the Lady of Blood. We play Bandle City Mayor, with which we get... probably Fireth, honestly. Comb my mustache. We do drop the bomb here to remove this little guy. Bye-bye, Cosmic Youngling. Get that off the board. Then we play Fireth, which gets us upcycled Rake. Yeah, this is the RNG I came here for. Hands. To then give Scout Elusive to Submersible. Crazy. Scout Elusive still being a strong combination of cards in this meta? No way. I never would have guessed. Anyway. Another Cadrigrin. Very intimidating. Still no interaction, though, as far as I can tell. I can do this again. Bonk. For all that mana. We end the round. My board might be under threat, though. All things considered. This is a pretty bad hand. The Cosmic Rays that they had earlier did obliterate my entire board, basically. But they need to find something to play, and quick. Pass. I have double Scorcher, which is really funny to kill Aurelian Soul again. So we block here, we block here. Normal blocks, right? Block here. So we don't want this living. They have 2 mana. It's not like they're going to have a whole lot of follow-up off of this. This is I'm so sorry, opponent. Orios, I love your deck. I am just absolutely high-rolling the ever-loving frick out of out of this game. Double Scorched Earth. Screw your Aurelian Soul. Get out of here. I'm just pulling this. I'm pulling out of portals, baby. Unfortunately, we don't have... Oh, no, we do have lethal. Lamau, XD, Lamau. Scrappy Bomb into an open attack here. I don't know what unit they got. Oh, Living Legends. They don't have anything fast enough to deal with me, right? Ah! GG's. Oh, that was... Oh my gosh, that was... it was motor mouthing it the entire time. I was just... Start speaking in fucking Sims Villager. We made it to Diamond. I'm getting carried by Bandle City Noxus again. Let's freaking go. And that'll be it for our list or discussion on the Nora Nar Broadmane. I'm sure that we showed off the efficacy of this deck quite well, along with the fact that RNG was definitely on my side this evening. I'm not even going to deny it. I'm not even going to deny the fact that I really was carried by Legends of Runeterra, getting elusive units 2 times off of the portals specifically to get me the lethal that I needed at exactly perfect intervals in 2 of the matches that we had today. Overall, a result that I can't be upset with, and a real advocate for the reason why this deck is strong. I mean, heck, you saw that we beat one of the more meta decks right now, which is that Kennen Tristana with Demacia list, because we don't care about stats. We obliterate them with Lord Broadmane. So, that being said, thank you all so much for listening to me ramble over some Legends of Runeterra gameplay one more time. This time getting ourselves into Diamond. Hopefully this caster will get into Masters sometime in the near future. Before I go, I do want to go ahead and give a shout out over to Lancers Media and Entertainment. Lancers is a small group, a little conglomerate of some people that I know online through LOR connections that I've made. And they're a really cool group. They're an awesome collection of people who are hosting tournaments every single week on Thursday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific time, my time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, every single Thursday. It is an open registration. I think a $25, $50 prize. I think it's a $25 prize pool. It's a relatively small prize pool, but if you guys ever want to see some casual Legends of Runeterra tournament action and want to try and practice some lineups, want to have a good time, or just want to listen to me cast some high-level Legends of Runeterra tournament stuff, that's where I'll be. I'll be over there on the twitch.tv/IDCX channel every single Thursday. And hopefully I'll be back with some more Legends of Runeterra commentaries soon. Alright, take care.